Stop what you were doing. If you were about to pull the trigger on an Avata 2, or if you've been eyeing the Insta360 ecosystem, put your wall away right now. We have just received what might be the most significant drone leak of 2026. For years, we have had to choose. You either pick a standard FPV drone for that locked-in, aggressive flight characteristic, or you pick a 360 camera to reframe later, usually sacrificing flight performance. But if the files found in the latest DJI goggles beta firmware are to be believed, that choice is effectively dead. The DJI Avata 360 is not just a rumor anymore. It is a reality. We are looking at a platform that combines the agility of a Cine Whoop with the infinite framing possibilities of an 8K 360 camera. And the craziest part? It's arriving way sooner than anyone expected. We're talking weeks, not months. Today, I'm going to break down every single pixel of information we have on this drone, from the confirmed dual sensor specs that blow the competition out of the water to the controversial weight that might upset some of you, and finally, the price that, frankly, I didn't see coming. This is the complete picture of the DJI Avata 360. Let's get into it. Let's start with the elephant in the room, or rather, the owl in the room, because this camera setup is seeing everything. The biggest limitation of FPV has always been the committed frame. When you're diving down a waterfall or chasing a drift car, if you miss the subject by 5 degrees, the shot is ruined. You can't pan a drone that's locked into a flight vector without changing its movement. The Avata 360 solves this with a rumored dual camera module that is frankly engineering witchcraft. According to the leaks, we are looking at 2.1 over 1.1 inch sensors. Let that sink in. These are massive sensors for a drone of this size, significantly larger than what we see in many action cameras. This isn't just about resolution. It's about dynamic range and low-light performance. The leaks suggest a hybrid configuration mode. Here is how it works. In standard flight, the camera module physically aligns to give you a traditional forward-facing view. In this mode, you're reportedly getting 4K recording at up to 120 frames per second. That is your buttery, smooth slow motion for traditional FPV shots. But with the tap of a button on the RC2 or the motion controller, the lenses engage for full spherical capture. In 360 mode, the resolution jumps to a staggering 8K at 60 frames per second. This is the fly first, reframe later philosophy finally applied to high-performance flight. Imagine flying a tight gap through an abandoned building. You just focus on not crashing. Later, in post-production, you can keyframe the camera to look left at graffiti, look down at the floor, or create a tiny planet effect as you punch out a window. It essentially turns a solo pilot into a pilot and a camera operator working in perfect sync. Now, let's talk about the airframe, because this is where the Avata DNA gets a massive mutation. If you look at the leaked schematics and the low-res instructional video found in the firmware, you'll notice something distinct about the propellers. The Avata 2 used a 3-blade design. The Avata 360 is moving to a 4-blade propeller system. Why does this matter? For blades generally provide more grip in the air. It translates to tighter cornering, more immediate throttle response, and crucially for a 360 drone, better stability. When you're stitching 2 video files together to create a 360 sphere, vibration is the enemy. It causes stitch lines to jitter. By moving to a 4-blade Cine Whoop design, DJI is likely trying to smooth out the micro vibrations to make the stitching seamless right out of the camera. However, this new hardware comes at a cost, and this is the bad news for some of you. The rumors point to a takeoff weight between 370 and 380 grams. This puts the Avata 360 firmly above the 250-gram limit. If you're in a region with strict sub-250G drone laws, this means registration, remote ID, and more red tape. But let's be real. To get dual 1-inch sensors and a battery capable of powering this beast, weight had to be added somewhere. Speaking of power, the battery design has changed. The instructional video shows a new slide-in mechanism, likely to accommodate a larger cell. We are hearing flight times in the 23 to 25-minute range. Now, in the real world, flying FPV manually, that probably means 15 to 18 minutes of hard ripping. That is still impressive for a rig carrying this much glass. You cannot have a next-gen drone without next-gen transmission. The Avata 360 is all but confirmed to run on the O4 transmission system. We saw this on the Air 3 and the Mini 4 Pro, and it is a game changer for penetration. For FPV, this is critical. O4 offers lower latency and a more robust signal in high-interference environments. If you're flying inside a concrete building or behind trees, O4 is the difference between a clear picture and static. But here's the surprise, the sensor suite. Traditionally, FPV drones are dumb. They don't stop for obstacles, they crash into them. That's part of the thrill. But the Avata 360 seems to be targeting a broader audience. The leaks suggest multi-directional obstacle sensing. We aren't just talking about downward sensors for landing. We are seeing evidence of forward vision sensors and even a LiDAR implementation. LiDAR is huge. It works in the dark. It allows for insanely precise positioning. If DJI has implemented a safety bubble feature, this could be the drone that finally makes FPV accessible to complete beginners. Imagine a mode where the drone prevents you from hitting a wall even while you are wearing goggles. That is the holy grail of FPV entry. We have to address the context of this launch. Why is DJI rushing a March 2026 release? 2 words: Antigravity A1. The Insta360 incubated drone brand has been making waves with their A1 unit, which promise similar 360 capabilities. DJI does not like to be second. The Antigravity A1 is a solid machine, but the Avata 360 looks like it's trying to beat it on pure specs. Larger sensors, established O4 transmission ecosystem, and compatibility with the goggles you likely already own. If you have the Goggles 3 or the Goggles N3, the Avata 360 is likely a bind-and-fly addition to your kit. The A1 requires a whole new ecosystem. In the war for your backpack space, DJI is playing the ecosystem card very hard. All right, get your wallets ready, or hide them. Let's talk numbers. The pricing leaks are coming from Chinese retail databases, converted to USD. So take these as estimates, but they usually land pretty close. First, the drone-only option. This is for us, the pilots who already have the controllers and goggles. Rumors peg this at around $499. For an 8K 360 camera that also flies, that is aggressively competitive. It's basically the price of a high-end action cam, but with motors. Next, the standard combo, likely with the RC2 or the Motion 3 controller, sits around $699. This is the sweet spot for creators upgrading from a mini or an older Avata. And then the big one, the Fly More Immersive Bundle. This reportedly includes a drone, the new goggles N3, the RC3 controller, 3 batteries, and a charging hub. The price tag? Between $999 and $1,200. It's an investment, sure, but compare that to buying a cinema drone and a separate 360 camera rig. You're actually saving money for a workflow that used to cost thousands. So, here is the verdict. The DJI Avata 360 is shaping up to be the most versatile tool in a creator's arsenal for 2026. It bridges the gap between the chaotic energy of FPV and the polished, reframable precision of 360 video. If you're a pure racer, the weight might turn you off. Stick to your custom 5-inch quads. But for content creators, real estate marketers, and filmmakers, this is a dream machine. It removes the fear of missing the shot. It gives you safety features that let you fly in places you wouldn't dare take a carbon fiber quad. March is just around the corner. If these leaks are accurate, FPV is about to change forever. I will be getting my hands on one the second it drops to put these 8K claims to the test, so you do not want to miss that. If you found this deep dive helpful and want to stay ahead of the drone tech curve, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Share this video with your flight crew, and hit the bell icon so you're the first to know when the official announcement drops. Let me know in the comments. Would you trust an automated 360 mode, or do you prefer full manual control? I'll see you in the next one. Peace.